Here's an expanded version of Part 1, in approximately 950 words with the requested specifications. The old research station's fluorescent lights flickered as Gina Park adjusted her holographic display. Stacks of star charts and fragmented alien artifacts surrounded her workspace, telling stories of countless failed expeditions. Her research partner, Yuna Kim, leaned over a quantum scanner, her fingers dancing across translucent data streams. "Look at this," Gina whispered, her voice catching with excitement. A faint signal pulsed on the screen, something most researchers would have dismissed as background noise. But Gina wasn't most researchers. She had a reputation for finding treasure where others saw only dust. The signal came from a region deep, in the outer rim, a place where star maps became unreliable and space became more myth than reality. Ancient trader logs suggested an artifact of incredible value existed somewhere in that cosmic wilderness. Not just valuable, potentially game-changing for every civilization in the known galaxy. Their research station, barely funded and constantly on the verge of shutdown, had become their entire world. Months of late nights, endless coffee, and passionate debates had led to this moment. Yuna looked up, her eyes reflecting the holographic display's soft blue light. "We'll need a ship," she said. Not a question. Dow statement of inevitable adventure. Acquiring a spacecraft wasn't easy for two researchers with more passion than funding. They pooled every credit, called in every favor, and eventually secured an old exploration vessel. More patch and promise than actual functioning technology. The Starweaver looked like it had survived a dozen cosmic battles, its hull marked with scars from meteor strikes and old repair jobs. But it was theirs. Preparation took weeks. They modified communication systems, reinforced critical life support, modules and packed equipment that balanced between scientific necessity and survival. Hidden compartments held emergency supplies, custom-designed survival suits, and experimental scanning technology that could potentially map unknown radiation signatures. Launch day arrived with unexpected calm. No dramatic speeches, no tearful goodbyes. Just two scientists who understood that the universe wasn't waiting for dramatic moments. It was constantly moving, constantly changing. The Starweaver's engines hummed to life, a sound that was part mechanical precision and part wild promise. Star systems blurred into streaks of light as they pushed beyond known navigation routes. Each jump brought them closer to the mysterious signal, each moment filled with potential discovery. 3 standard weeks into their journey, they encountered their first real challenge. A massive spatial distortion appeared without warning, the kind of phenomenon that could tear a lesser ship apart in seconds. Yuna's hands flew across navigation controls, her breathing measured and precise. Gina monitored energy distributions, rerouting power to shield generators. The ship shuddered. Alarm screamed. For 3 terrifying minutes, survival balanced on a knife's edge, then silence. They had survived. "Recalibrating navigation," Yuna muttered, her voice a mix of professional calm and underlying excitement. The spatial anomaly had actually pushed them closer to their target, a cosmic gift wrapped in potential destruction. Alien tracking systems began picking up strange energy signatures. Not just random background radiation, but something deliberate, structured, potentially artificial. Whatever existed in this region of space wasn't natural, and it definitely wasn't accidental. Their small research vessel carried more than equipment. It carried hope, the hope of 2 scientists who believed that somewhere in the vast cold darkness of space, something remarkable was waiting to be discovered. Little did they know how right they were, as star systems drifted past their reinforced viewports. Gina and Yuna represented something profound, human curiosity transformed into interstellar exploration. They weren't military, they weren't wealthy corporate researchers. They were simply 2 individuals who believed that the next great discovery was always just one more jump away. The Starweaver continued its journey, a small beacon of human determination pushing against the infinite darkness of space. Their adventure was just beginning. End of Part 1. The massive human scout ship materialized from hyperspace like a metallic predator, its sleek hull reflecting distant starlight. Aboard the Starweaver, proximity alarms screamed. transforming the quiet research vessel into a hive of sudden activity. Gina's hands danced across communication panels, her heart racing. First contact scenarios ran through her mind. Years of theoretical training now tested in real time. Una adjusted the ship's energy signatures, attempting to broadcast non-threatening communication signals. The human vessel was massive compared to their small research craft. Easily 10 times the size, it carried the unmistakable design of an advanced exploration vessel. Sharp angular lines, multiple sensor arrays spinning like mechanical petals, weapon systems subtly integrated into its structure. Their scanning, Una whispered, watching complex energy patterns wash across her display. Each pulse of scanning technology felt like an invisible hand reaching into their ship's most intimate systems. Suddenly, a communication channel cracked open. A voice, human, professional, slightly suspicious, filled their cabin. Unknown vessel. Identify yourself and state your purpose in restricted navigation zone. David Lee, the ship's commander, watched the strange craft through high-resolution holographic displays. Something about the vessel's design felt different. Not military, not commercial. Something else entirely. His second-in-command, Ji-hoon Park, studied the incoming data streams. Energy signatures are unusual. Definitely not standard exploration. Configuration. The Starweaver's response was carefully calibrated. Mathematical sequences, scientific notation, universal communication protocols designed to demonstrate intelligence and peaceful intentions. No aggressive signals, no hidden threats. Inside, the human vessel, advanced AI systems began analyzing every transmitted byte. Complex algorithms compared the incoming data against thousands of known alien communication patterns. Minutes stretched like hours. Then something unexpected happened. The alien researchers, Gina and Una, began transmitting something beyond standard communication protocols. Complex scientific formulas that suggested not just intelligence, but profound scientific understanding. Mathematical representations of quantum entanglement. Theoretical models of dark matter interactions. David leaned forward, suddenly intrigued. "They're researchers," he muttered. "Not invaders, not threats." Ji-hoon nodded, equally fascinated. "Those transmission models, they're presenting scientific credentials. Diplomatic protocols demanded caution, but scientific curiosity demanded engagement." The human ship's communication system shifted. Instead of military challenge, they began responding with complementary scientific sequences. A dance of intelligence, performed through mathematical language. Gina and Una watched in amazement as complex communication unfolded. What started as potential conflict was transforming into something extraordinary, a meeting of minds across potentially different evolutionary paths. Their small research vessel, which moments ago seemed vulnerable, now pulsed with unexpected potential. The universe, vast and mysterious, had just revealed another of its incredible surprises. Sensors detected minimal weapon charge. Communication channels remained open. Two different species, separated by unimaginable distances, were beginning to understand each other. The Crimson Nebula stretched before them like a cosmic wound, swirling gases in deep reds and violent purples, hiding secrets older than most civilizations. Navigation became a nightmare of shifting energy patterns and unpredictable radiation storms. Gina's specialized scanning equipment began detecting anomalous readings. Ghostly signals danced across her screens, fragments of something ancient, something deliberately hidden. Not natural, not random, intentionally concealed. Their joint. Research team, humans and alien researchers, prepared for the most complex mission of their careers. Specialized environmental suits hummed with advanced technology, each piece of equipment carefully calibrated for potential extreme conditions. Suddenly, the first defense mechanism activated. Quantum-level disruption fields began surrounding their vessels. Space itself seemed to bend, twist, creating impossible geometric patterns that challenged conventional understanding of physics. Navigation systems went haywire. Holographic displays flickered between multiple realities. "Stabilize quantum buffers," Una shouted, her fingers moving with surgical precision across complex control systems. David's human tactical training kicked in. Years of space exploration had prepared him for unusual scenarios, but this was different. This felt like the environment itself was testing them, probing their collective intelligence. Robotic reconnaissance drones launched from both vessels, designed to map the treacherous pathways. Each drone represented months of engineering work, sophisticated machines capable of analyzing complex spatial anomalies in real time. The first drone disappeared, not destroyed, not damaged, simply erased from existence. The second drone returned, but its databanks contained impossible information, fragmented memories, glimpses of civilizations that seemed to exist simultaneously in multiple dimensional states. Technological. Records that suggested something far beyond current scientific understanding. Adaptive AI systems worked over time, trying to decode the mysterious signals. Complex algorithms crashed. Computational models broke down when trying to process the incoming data. Whatever protected this region wasn't just a defense system. It was a living, thinking barrier that responded to collective intelligence rather than individual approaches. The team realized they needed more than technological solutions. They needed synchronized thinking, collaborative problem-solving that transcended individual species limitations. Gina noticed something fascinating. The defense mechanisms seemed to react differently when their entire team worked in perfect synchronization. When human intuition merged with alien analytical capabilities, the impossible began becoming possible. Energy signatures started revealing hidden pathways. Quantum tunnels appeared momentarily, offering brief glimpses into potential routes through the nebula. But each pathway demanded a specific type of collective intelligence to navigate successfully. Robotic support units, sleek machines with adaptive learning capabilities, began mapping potential routes. Their movements looked almost like a complex dance, each unit communicating through subtle energy pulses that humans and aliens could barely comprehend. The spacecraft shuddered, not from external damage, but from the sheer complexity of the environment they were traversing. Reality itself seemed fluid, changing with each collective thought, each synchronized action. David realized they weren't just exploring. They were being evaluated. Some ancient intelligence was watching, testing, measuring their collective potential. Hours passed like minutes. Each decision became a complex calculation involving multiple perspectives, multiple species' understanding of reality. The Crimson Nebula continued its mysterious dance, revealing and concealing its secrets with mathematical precision. Their journey was far from over. In fact, it was just beginning. End of Part 3. The ancient space station materialized like a ghostly apparition, its architecture defying every known principle of engineering. Massive crystalline structures intertwined with metallic frameworks, creating a complex labyrinth that seemed to breathe with its own consciousness. Gina's biological sensors went crazy. The entire structure wasn't just a construction, it was alive. Literally alive in ways science couldn't yet explain. Quantum energy pulsed through its walls, creating intricate patterns that shifted and changed with every collective thought of the approaching team. "This isn't just a challenge," Una whispered, her voice filled with a mixture of scientific excitement and genuine fear. "This is a living test." The station's interior revealed impossible geometries. Corridors that twisted through dimensional spaces, rooms that existed simultaneously in multiple states. Gravity became a suggestion rather than a constant. Movement required not just physical navigation, but simultaneous mental synchronization. Robotic. Exploration units began mapping the complex environment. Each movement triggered intricate response mechanisms. Walls would dissolve, pathways would reconstruct themselves. The entire structure felt like a massive living intelligence testing their collective problem-solving capabilities. David noticed something profound. The challenges weren't about individual skill, they required perfect team coordination. Human analytical thinking merged with alien intuitive understanding. Each obstacle demanded a unique collaborative approach. A massive, holographic projection suddenly filled the central chamber. Ancient symbols danced, mathematical representations of complex evolutionary processes. The projection wasn't just displaying information, it was actively analyzing their collective response. Quantum entanglement sensors detected something extraordinary. The station was measuring their collective potential, not just as individual researchers, but as a unified team representing multiple species' potential. Strange energy fields began surrounding them. Not threatening, not aggressive, simply devaluating. Biological adaptation became the primary challenge. The environment continuously transformed, requiring instant mental and physical recalibration. Specialized environmental suits worked over time, adjusting to impossible environmental conditions. Gina realized they were experiencing something beyond traditional exploration. This was a test of collective intelligence. How quickly could different species adapt? How effectively could they solve complex challenges together? Robotic support units began displaying unprecedented learning capabilities, each challenge modified. Their core programming, creating adaptive solutions that merged human creativity with alien analytical precision. The station's internal mechanisms felt alive, watching, measuring, evaluating their collective potential. Technological barriers dissolved. Biological limitations became fluid. The entire experience transformed from a physical exploration into a profound mental journey. David's military training merged with scientific curiosity. Yuna's research instincts combined with intuitive problem-solving. Their team became a single, unified intelligence moving through an impossible environment. Holographic displays revealed fragments of ancient civilizations, glimpses of technological achievements far beyond current understanding. The station wasn't just testing them. It was revealing the potential of collaborative intelligence. Hours passed like moments. Each challenge revealed deeper layers of complexity. The team's collective potential became their most powerful navigational tool. Suddenly, everything stopped. Complete silence. The final challenge awaited, not a physical barrier, not a technological puzzle, but a moment of pure collective understanding. End of Part 4. The central chamber erupted with a blinding cascade of quantum energy, transforming the entire space station into a living, breathing ecosystem of knowledge. Gina and Yuna found themselves suspended in a realm between physical reality and pure information. Holographic representations of entire civilizations danced around them. Not just visual projections, but living memories encoded in complex energy patterns. Billions of years of accumulated knowledge compressed into a single, breathtaking moment of revelation. The artifact they had been searching for wasn't a physical object. It was something far more profound, a living repository of collective galactic intelligence. Biological reconstruction algorithms began scanning their team, not as a threat, but as a comprehensive evaluation of potential. Each team member's genetic structure, mental capability, and collaborative potential became a complex mathematical equation. David watched in astonishment as quantum energy fields began reconstructing cellular structures, not changing them, enhancing them, revealing dormant genetic potential that had been hidden for millennia. "We're being upgraded," Yuna whispered, her scientific mind racing to comprehend the process. Robotic support units began interfacing directly with the station's core systems. Complex data streams revealed the true nature of their discovery. A bioregenerative technology capable of healing not just individual organisms, but entire planetary ecosystems. The station was choosing them, not randomly, not accidentally, but as deliberate carriers of a profound technological legacy. Genetic memories flooded their consciousness, glimpses of civilizations that had risen and fallen, technological achievements beyond current imagination. The collective wisdom of thousands of advanced species compressed into a single moment of understanding. Gina's research background allowed her to process the incoming information with remarkable clarity. This wasn't just a scientific discovery. This was a transformative moment for multiple species. The quantum energy field began stabilizing. Holographic projections revealed the artifact's true purpose, a galactic reset mechanism designed to preserve and propagate advanced knowledge across multiple civilizations. Robotic systems started creating complex data bridges. Information transfer happened at speeds that defied conventional understanding of communication. Entire libraries of scientific knowledge became instantaneously accessible. David realized they were becoming something more than their original selves. Not replaced, not transformed, enhanced. The station's internal mechanisms hummed with a living intelligence. Each pulse of energy carried millions of years of collected wisdom. The team was being prepared as guardians of a profound technological legacy. Biological reconstruction continued. Cellular structures gained unprecedented adaptive capabilities. Their bodies became living repositories of advanced genetic potential. Yuna's scientific mind raced to document every moment, but documentation seemed almost primitive compared to the direct knowledge transfer happening around them. Quantum entanglement sensors detected something extraordinary. The artifact was creating a living network, connecting their team to a vast galaxy-wide intelligence matrix. The final revelation came not with drama, but with profound simplicity. They were chosen, not just as researchers, not just as representatives of their species, but as bridges between different forms of intelligent life. The station's energy began to stabilize. Holographic projections slowly faded. But something fundamental had changed forever. Their mission was no longer about discovery. It was about preservation, connection, understanding. The universe had just revealed one of its most profound secrets, and they were its new guardians. End of Part 5. Not through weapons, not through aggression, but through pure, unbridled scientific curiosity. The Starweaver and the human scoutship continued their delicate orbital dance, two technological marvels suspended against the infinite backdrop of stars, each moment holding the potential of profound discovery. End of Part 2. End of Part